Welcome back to another episode of Carson's Aquatics. Today we are at Aquashella, Chicago 2021, and you guys already know the deal. We're just going to take a look around, see everything there is to see. And if you guys remember from my Orlando trip, my main goal at Aquashella was to come back with a piece of art for the fish room. And we've got another goal for this one, but it is a little different. Basically, I want to get something living for the fish room this time. I want to get some kind of fish, maybe a turtle or a frog, I don't know. We're just going to look around, see what kind of livestock is being sold, and see what we can come home with. Got some really cool Plecos and other bottom dwellers at this little booth. This is one of the coolest Plecos I've ever seen for sure. This booth right here has like all trophy flower horns. I mean, look at these things. Absolutely massive. Alright guys, well I may have found the fish I'm coming home with. That last little booth we were at had albino Oscars and baby gar, and I actually really want a gar for the pond. Either the pond or the 125. We could maybe grow it out in the 125 then move it to the pond. But then I also do want an Oscar for the 125, so we're gonna keep looking, but I think one of those two fish might be the one we get. Alright guys, well there aren't really that many booths here selling fish, at least anything that I'm like interested in getting. There's a bunch of flower horns, a bunch of African cichlids, but I was hoping someone would have koi, but I don't see any koi here, which is a bummer. I was thinking maybe I could get one and bring it home for the pond, but right now I'm gravitating toward one of those albino Oscars. So we're gonna keep looking though, and hopefully find something else pretty cool. Alright guys, well we're here at Aquashella and ran into Jillian and her dad. Check the merch. There we go. That's what we like to see. And they insisted that they buy me a fish for the fish room back home. So we did end up going with the Oscar, and I'm gonna let you name it. If you have a name for it now, you can let me know, or you can comment on the video. Yeah, we'll get that all figured out. So this guy will be going in the 125 eventually. I knew I wanted an Oscar for it. Didn't really expect to get one here, but hey, there it is. Beautiful Oscar. Can't wait to get this guy home. And once again, big thank you to Jillian. Alrighty guys, well that is gonna do it for here at Aquashella. Once again, got our new Oscar right down there. And it was a great time. Awesome stuff here. Everyone that stopped by to say hello to me, thank you. It was nice meeting you. But we are gonna head out now. We're gonna try and get this guy home as quick as we can, and we're gonna get him situated in the tank. Alrighty guys, we're in the truck all ready to go. Got our new Oscar right here. And we've got about a 4.5 hour drive back home. I looked it up, they can stay in the bag for like 7+ hours. So he'll be fine, but we're gonna get this guy home. And we'll probably check up on him when we get like halfway, make sure he's doing good. So yeah, I'll see you then. Alrighty fellas, so we've been on the road for about 2 hours. Stopped at the gas station, giving Big Blue a little drink. But we're gonna go ahead and check in on our Oscar, make sure he's still doing all right. And yes, he is. He's just vibing. So we got about 2.5 hours left to go, and I'll see you when we get home. Alrighty guys, and we made it back home, and I already went ahead and put our new Oscar into that 40-gallon tank to start acclimating. That is going to be his holding tank for now. Here in a couple days, I'm going to move my flower horn into the 125, and as long as they all get along in there, then I can just move the Oscar into the 25. But if they don't get along, and if the flower horn has to stay in his 25, then I'm going to bring that 20-gallon tank that's currently in my room down here and put it under the 125, and we can put the Oscar in there. And then we're also going to get a couple more cichlids for the 125, and we can also quarantine them in that tank. But for now, he is staying in the 40-gallon probably for like a day or two. Yeah, he's doing fine. The drive went well, but he is definitely ready to get out of that bag. So we're gonna give him about 15 minutes to get all acclimated, and then we can put him in the tank. Alrighty guys, it's been about 15 minutes. Our Oscar is ready to go. And I also just did like a 50% water change just to make sure this tank is nice and clean for him. So I'm just gonna go in there and grab him out of the bag. And here he goes, into his holding tank, and he has that nice piece of driftwood to hide in. And yeah, he'll be just fine in here for a few days before he goes into a different holding tank, from which he will go into the 125 with the rest of the cichlids. So there's one last look at him tonight. He's just hanging out on the bottom of the tank. Oh, I also just threw a heater on there for him, just so he's a bit more comfortable and it doesn't get too cold in here. But yeah, now we're gonna let him get used to that tank, and I'm gonna go to bed, and we'll check back in on him in the morning. Alrighty guys, so it is not the next day, it's actually a few days later. But we're still gonna go ahead and check in on our new Oscar. There he is right back there. He is alive. I mean, he definitely looks dead right now, but I promise you he's not. He's just kind of acting like Ike did when he was in this tank. Just kind of freaked out, hanging out on the bottom. And I think they act like that because there's no substrate in here. They can like see through the tank, and I feel like that kind of freaks him out. But he did eat last night, so that's a good sign. And I've came down here a few times, and he's been like in the mid-water column, kind of near the top, so he's fine. He's just not very comfortable in this tank, and we are going to be getting him out of here soon. Once again, my plans for that Oscar is to grow him out for a month or two. Those Oscars do grow fast and they get big, so it will not take long for him to catch up to the rest of the American cichlids in size. And once he does get big enough, he will be going in the 125. But yeah, we are going to grow him out. I think we are going to get 1 or 2 more American cichlids to also go in the 125 eventually. And depending on which ones we get, we might also have to grow them out. And I'll grow all 3 of them out together so they get used to like being with other aggressive fish. We'll either have them in the 25 or this other 20-gallon that I have. That's just going to depend on whether Pluto gets along with the American cichlids or not, and I'm actually putting Pluto in the 125 today, so you guys will be seeing that in my next video very soon. But yeah, I'm putting Pluto in the 125 today. I'm super excited, so be sure you stay tuned for that. On one last thing, I did talk to Jillian, the girl that got me that Oscar, and we decided to name him Ozzy. That's just an awesome name. It fits perfectly, Ozzy the Oscar. So you guys will be seeing a lot more of Ozzy in the future. He's going to be an awesome fish to have. And yeah, that pretty much is going to wrap up this video, and today's comment of the day goes out too. And if you want your comments to be the comments of the day in the next video, all you got to do is drop a comment down below, and that could happen. And if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and I am going to see you in the next video.